Hi, this is Steven with LatinoFoodie, and this morning we are going to be baking a chili relleno casserole. What I love about this casserole is that you're able to serve the entire family pretty quickly. If you're going to make chili rellenos individually, it's a long process. So this is a shortcut for all of you. Enjoy. So the ingredients you need for your chili relleno casserole are quite simple. Poblano peppers are a must. I have some Oaxacan cheese. I like the texture of the cheese when it melts, but I've also have some jack cheese that I'm going to shred and put on top of the casserole dish. The sauce. The sauce is the most important part for me. I've got a tomato-based sauce that's going to be a little spicy and have really great seasoning from oregano, salt, and pepper, and garlic and onion. You're going to love it. So the first step is you're going to want to get your poblano peppers ready, and you want to drizzle some olive oil. Now, some people put olive oil on, some people don't. I like the olive oil because what I found is that it helps them char faster. You want them charred like this because you're going to put them in a plastic bag and allow them to steam, and it's going to be easy to remove the skin. And great flavor. The entire house smells beautiful. It's like a traditional Mexican home where you walk in and just the aromas of roasting peppers. Wow. And now that you've got your poblano chilies all nicely packed into this plastic bag, almost broke the eggs there. Let's start on our sauce. So you're just going to add about 2 tablespoons of canola oil to your pan. Swirl it around. You've got your frying pan at about medium-high heat. You want it to be hot because we're going to then add sliced onions. This is a whole onion. Don't do that. Don't put your hand in a hot pan of oil. So you're just going to want to saute these until they soften. You don't want them to burn, right? Give it a nice stir. I like the smell of cooking onions. And then I'm going to put, I've got 2 jalapenos that I sliced lengthwise. I also have mild green chilies. These are mild Anaheim chilies. I like the combination of the two. The flavor. You're going to want to stir occasionally, making sure the vegetables are nicely softened. We're now going to add the garlic. I love garlic, as you can see. Stir that in. Next is the diced tomatoes. It's all of its juices. This is a juicy sauce. You don't want it to be chunky, and you want it to be watery. And I'm going to show you how we do that. We do that by adding 1 cup of water to the sauce. So you stir, and then we're going to put in some seasoning. We have here chili powder, cumin, and salt and pepper. We add that. Then I love Mexican dried oregano, and you're going to rub it through your hands to release all the flavor of it. And grind it nicely. You stir, and then we're going to cover this and let this simmer for about 30 minutes. And now while that's working and doing its magic, we can now work on our poblano peppers and remove the skin from them. So let's go. And now it's time to remove the skin from the poblano peppers. You're going to let them again cool in that plastic bag, and then it's pretty easy to remove the skin. Let me show you. Now I'm not wearing gloves. If these were a hotter pepper, or if I wasn't familiar with it, I would probably be wearing gloves while I'm taking away the skin. Some people will go to your sink and run cold water as they're removing the skin. Other people will use a napkin and sort of scrape away the skin. But as you see, it's all nice and wrinkly. This is the skin part that you easily remove. You're going to want to take out the stem as well. You're cutting these up into rajas or strips. And so I'm not so worried about if I was going to make a chile relleno that was deep fried, I would want to keep it intact, right? But I'm not worried about it. And that's what the beauty of this dish is, because you're not so much paying close attention to making sure everything stays intact and looking pretty. It's going in a casserole dish, people. And now for the fun part, we get to assemble the chile relleno casserole. Remember that gorgeous, beautiful, tasty, savory sauce we made with all those onions? We're going to lay that down onto a baking dish that we have sprayed with some cooking spray. And now that we have our first layer down of the hot sauce, we are going to pull out our rajas. Again, these are the poblano peppers. What I like to do is I'll get some Oaxacan cheese. Cacique has a great queso Oaxaca. And I'll just roll it up. Again, it doesn't have to look pretty because you're just going to be layering it into your baking dish. I'll show you one more time. Get it? Wrap it. I like the bite of that. When I bite into the casserole and I get a chunk of the chile relleno and then the creaminess of the cheese, it's all good. Watch, wait and see. So now that we have in our casserole dish a layer of the red chili sauce, a layer of the rajas that were wrapped around the Oaxacan cheese, I'm going to add a little bit of jack cheese on top of that, and then we're going to pour in some eggs that we've scrambled up with. We've got a little bit of baking powder here, as well as some flour to thicken it up. So we pour the egg batter inside our casserole dish. We have our oven set at 350 degrees. I like putting it onto a baking pan sheet like this. Put it in. Set the timer for 25 minutes. And the timer went off. Oh, look at how beautiful. Imagine bringing this out to your family on a Saturday or Sunday morning. And breakfast is served. Beautiful. I love it. Cheesy, bubbly, everything you want in a chile relleno casserole. Oh my God, it smells delicious. You can smell the roasted poblano peppers. Let's cut into it. You want to let this sit though for about 10-15 minutes. It's still going to get a little messy, but that's okay because it's all gooey and full of cheese. Who doesn't want messy, gooey cheese in the morning? But honestly, this could be served breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I don't even eat any of it. Now you're going to want to be very careful, again, as you're spooning it out. Remember that there's tomato sauce on the bottom, so it will be liquidy. But look at this. Beautiful. Wow. And now that we have this delicious tomato sauce, just ladle it on top. Simple. Gorgeous. Doesn't that look delicious? Look at that cheese. Chile relleno casserole. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god, the cheese. Ooh, look at that. Yay! Mmm. The egg and the poblano peppers. That ranchera sauce makes it perfect. My mama would be proud. Be sure to make our Chilean casserole and look for other recipes on LatinoFoodie.com. Buen provecho.